Back again. Gutted. Absolute gutted. Can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. West Ham United 1, Manchester United 2, and to say I'm gutted is an understatement. I feel deflated, gutted, all the above. This is the player ratings, and I'm going to get into it shortly. I just want to invite this man on quickly. Let's get him on. Jakey boy.
Player Hi, James, right?
Wonderful, mate. Wonderful. I still haven't. I wouldn't say calmed down, but I'm still gutted from earlier. I really am.
I know. So am I. Yeah.
It's going to take a long, long time to get over that one. But I tell you what, we all know that you're on a time scale, so let's get right into it. And this man, give me a rating, Jake, out of 10, a reason why.
Now, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and on Twitter and social media slating this man, and I don't see why, if I'm being honest with you. I think he had a very good game. He made a very good save when he came out on a one-on-one with Ronaldo, the best player in the world. He made himself big and saved it. He couldn't have done anything else, but maybe tipped the ball for the goal, maybe ran the corner or not straight to Ronaldo. That was just luck. He couldn't have done anything else, in my opinion. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give it. I'll give him a 7. I've seen a lot of people have given him a lot lower, but I don't think he had a bad game. He made some very good and crucial saves in the game.
I agree with you 100%. I think he was the difference between us only losing 2-1, or if we had someone else in goal, like maybe I don't know if Ariel was in goal, it might be a bit different, maybe. But I agree. I think he don't deserve the criticism he's getting. Do you know what I mean? He can't do nothing for the second goal, so I have to agree with him on that. A 7. I think 7's fair, and I have to agree. This man, Kufal.
I thought in the first half, a couple of times he was caught out, perhaps with the pace of Fernandes or Pogba. But overall, he was solid. I thought the whole back four was solid. To be honest with you, It's difficult because his crosses weren't fantastic. He didn't really add much to the offensive side of things, but he defended well. I'm in the middle between a 6 and a 7. I'll give him a 6, a high 6.
Yeah. I'm going to say a 7. I think he was all right. He weren't too bad. I think he was. I thought he might have trouble today, but he seemed to put in a decent performance. And
it's okay.
He was okay. Yeah, he was pretty good. And I have to agree with you there, mate. Well, I'll go with a 7, but if you're going to go with a 6, what would it have been for you to get to the 7?
I was on the verge of giving him a 7. I'm going to be honest, but I just think if all of the teams crossing from Cresswell to Fornals to Soucek on the other side, I think our crossing in the last couple of games hasn't been great, to be honest with you, and it wasn't very good again today. Just that little bit more end product in the final third, getting the ball into the box with threatening balls along the floor. There was no point putting balls into the box in the air because Jared Bowen wasn't going to win a header against Harry Maguire, which we could have been a little bit smarter there, but probably a little bit more effective in the final third.
Yeah, I have to agree. Going over to the left-hand side, this man, mate.
He's been given a bit of criticism as well, and I thought he was okay. He defended well, call out a couple of times, which we expected because some of these players have got significantly more pace than him. But he defended well overall. I'll have to give him a 6 as well. I'll give him a 6.
I'll give him a 6 because I have to agree. I thought the second half he was running out of steam. And it is a problem. Yeah. Remember when he got one left back who can defend, or supposedly defend, then he's going to play more games. That makes sense. But just a couple of his crosses, a couple of his passes were poor today, I must admit. And even for the Ronaldo goal, if he's alert, if he's a tad in front, then Ronaldo's offside. But yeah, I think 6 is fair there, mate. I really do. let's go to this man, Mr. Kirk Zuma.
Superb, absolutely superb. The best player on the pitch today, by far, by a country mile. And you wouldn't know that that one French centre back was labelled world class, this and that and the other one's just a backup at Chelsea. To be honest with you, I thought he was much better than Raphael Varane today. I thought Kurt Zuma was excellent. I'm going to give him a 9.
I have to agree. Superb, first class. He put in a world-class performance, in my opinion. The only thing he done wrong in the whole game was let Jesse give
just a matter of, it's just so small. Just a matter of a second giving him.
Yeah.
Just that second, inviting him in. That's all it takes.
And other than that, he was phenomenal in the air. Even at corners, I was worried because I think obviously they got Varane.
He made some fantastic clearances and heads away, perfect.
And I have to agree. Even your dad says Zuma man the match. I have to agree with that. He was just superb, mate. Really from start to finish. Moving on to this man. What's your thoughts on him, mate?
Very solid performance again. I'm going to say it for the whole back four. I think the whole back four absorbed pressure really, really well. He's probably not going to get much praise because of how good Zuma really was. It's in between a 7 and an 8 because I thought he made some really vital shrugs off the ball, interceptions, clearances, and heads out as well. I'll be generous and give him an 8.
Yeah, I have to agree. I thought the first time them two playing together, and he was, let's be honest, he weren't bad. He was really good. I thought he controlled Greenwood well when he was going down that side. And yeah, I have to give him an 8. I have to agree.
One thing I do want to say as well is, you said it there, he fitted in really well with Ogbonna. He fitted in really well with Diop on Thursday night. He just seems, whoever he seems to play with, he just seems to have that leadership skill about him as well. He's got that winning mentality. He's won every single medal you could think of, pretty much in world class football. And that's what you get. Pay 30 million quid, you get a good player.
That's right. No, that's very well said there, mate. It really is. Moving on to this man. For me, I feel he was good, but he's just standard for me. But what's your thought?
Yeah, I agree. Standard from him. He looks knackered. Most of them in the second half look knackered, but even in the first half at times, he keeps on running, bless him. He doesn't stop running, but at times you just think he's just not being as effective. He's not being as effective attackingly wise as well at corners. He's running out of steam, and I can see why we've brought Krall in, and this is why I wanted David Moyes to make a substitution on the 75th minute. Take one of these two off because they need that 15 minutes rest. And I don't personally want to see any of the first team travelling up to Manchester on Wednesday. I don't want to see any of them travelling up there. That's not a priority. It shouldn't be a priority. It should be a mix of the second team and the kids for me. There's no way even I would take him up on the bench. Why? No one cares about this cup. I don't care. You don't care. David Moyes shouldn't care. And it's just this plain and simple fact is Soucek looked knackered. Yet again.
So what are you rating him, mate?
Oh, I forgot that. 6. I'll give him a 6.
I have to agree. I have to agree with you yet again. He looks knackered. He should have been on the pitch. Well, he should have been off the pitch. Sorry, well before anyone was coming on. He just looks like he's running out of steam. And I think the Euros are starting to catch up with him.
Yeah.
But as I agree, I don't want to see him anywhere near this team in Manchester on Wednesday night. I really don't. For me, yeah, he gets a 6. But it's just standard. It's like a standard performance, and we know him to be so much better. So yeah, I have to say a 6 there. Moving on to this man, Mr. Declan Rice.
I'm going to give him a higher rating because I thought he affected the game more than Thomas Soucek did. I thought he broke up play well. He kept hold of Bruno Fernandes very well. All he did was assist, or semi-assist, you should say. And I think In the second half, he made that fantastic darting run like he did against Dinamo Zagreb, went, I don't care, and went. Then after that, for a good 5 minutes, he could barely move. He was like uffing and puffing, and that's then now I was thinking, Moyes, you must see this, take him off. But he seemed yet again to get over that, and he was running around again with sprinting, picking up the ball, taking it forward. I'll give him a 7 today. Not as effective as we've seen him, but he was still effective.
I'm going to give Rice an 8. I thought Rice was very good. I think even he was covering a lot for Soucek, and Soucek was just misplaced passing and everything.
I know,
He took the game by the scruff of the neck. The penalty, I think, like he was up for taking it. He was good. He was good today. I can't really say he done anything really wrong, really. Do you know what I mean? To sort of give him a negative, but yeah, he was. And that's the difference. When he's very good, then like we're very good. Do you know what I mean? And it proved its day. So yeah, I'll give him an 8. I think 8 was a fair result for that.
Yeah.
Let's get on to this man, Mr. Vlasic.
Now I know we're going to disagree on this because you said your thoughts on my review. I didn't think he was effective as he was in the 20 minutes against Southampton. He wasn't as effective on Thursday night as well, but he was okay. He wasn't fantastic, but he was okay. I'm going to give him a 6. A lot of misplaced passes again. It's going to take him time to acclimatise to the conditions of the Premier League because it's a lot different to where he's come from, that's for sure. So give him time and he'll be a good player. I'll give him a 6 today.
You are right, mate. We're going to have to disagree. I'm giving this geezer a 5, and that is being kind. It really is. I thought for £30 million, he should be coming in and knowing, like he's been in the Premier League before, so he should know what the Premier League's about. I thought he was non-existent today. Literally a rabbit in headlights, and a 5 is being kind. I could have quite easily given him a 4. I think his passing was off. He looked like he looked slow, and he did. He looked like he just couldn't get about the pitch, and it was just. Moyes should have had him off at half time, I thought, because I thought he just was non-effective at all. But yeah, I'll give him a 5. I agree he's got to have time to sort of adapt, but gets Manchester United at home in front of 60,000 plus fans. I would have thought he would have been up for it in this game. But yeah, I have to agree. Mr. Fornals.
I seem to be repeating myself. He wasn't as effective as he could be, but he was still his normal lively self, picking up the ball. Not as good as we've seen him, or we've got used to him as being this season. But he was still buzzing around, and he still did okay. I'm going to give him a high 6.
Yeah, it's a tough one with Fornals because 6 is like a standard, and a 7 is like he was okay. I'll give him a 7. I thought he was okay. He was trying. One thing I will say, he was trying. At the end, he was just burnt out. Like, do you know what I mean? Towards the end. But it was one of them. It was one of them things, really. Rich says, "Don't forget to like the video." Yeah, please do. It goes a long way if you can
and
like
subscribe. 82 subscribers E20 Zone TV's up to. Let's get to 100. Come on, let's go.
Let's get to the magic 100 mark. For me, yeah, I'll give him a 7. I thought he was okay. I've seen him play better, but then I've seen him play worse, in my opinion, so I think 7's fair. Yeah. Moving on to this man, Mr. Benrahma. 7 to go until I'm cashing in. And I must admit, I thought I was quite impressed with this man, but what's your thoughts, Jake?
If you don't shoot, you don't score. That's the moral of the story. Very, very, very good from him today, I thought. Buzzing around, picking up the ball, driving forward, passing it off. And of course, the goal, yes, it was lucky, but if you don't shoot, you don't score. It's as simple as that. I'll give him an 8 today.
Is that the best performance you've seen in a West Ham shirt, or have you seen better?
No, I've seen better.
You've seen better.
I think, yeah.
I thought he was very good. When I was watching it with my mates, I was screaming at the TV and saying, "Get the ball to him more," because I just think when he had the ball, he was on it today. And I think that rest done him good, sort of coming on in Zagreb for sort of 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it was, done him the world of good. Yeah, I have to agree. And I think, obviously, Zimmer's man of the match, in my opinion, but I thought Benny was very good and he got another goal today, which is good for me. Moving on to Jared Bowen. What's your thoughts?
Very, very good today. I thought for stepping into the big shoes that is Michail Antonio, I thought, yes, he doesn't have that cutting edge, but he put in 110% today. He put everything onto that pitch and left it there. And that's what West Ham fans like to see. I was extremely impressed with him today. In terms of a rating, I'm in between an 8 and a 9. It's difficult. I thought this man was superb today. From minute 1 to minute 90, he was running, he was pressing. In the first half, he caused a mistake from Harry Maguire. I've said it all along. We keep doing it this season. Pressing equals centre back mistakes. Antonio against Leicester, Antonio against Dinamo Zagreb, Bowen versus Man United. Yes, we didn't score today, but the pressing and, he played 15, 20 minutes on Thursday night and he put everything on the pitch today. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to give him a 9. I was impressed with him today.
Yeah. I'll give him an 8. I think he done very well in a striker role. Then he changed over to the wing. I just think he was just knackered at the end. 8's a good score for me. Because I'm quite critical, but I must admit he done very, very well. Is he the solution when Antonio isn't there? I think he's the only solution, mate, because we have nothing else. And it's positive signs. That's a positive today that he can go there and he can do a very, very good job. So yeah, I'll give him an 8 for me. Moving on to the subs, and this is going to be fun. Obviously. Noble come on. I don't know who did Noble replace. Can you remember who Noble replaced? Bowen, right? So Noble replaced Bowen. Lanzini replaced Benrahma, and Yarmolenko replaced who? Vlasic, I think it was.
Vlasic.
Yeah. So they've all come on for them. First of all, I'll start off with Lanzini. What did you think of Lanzini coming on?
Didn't do much. It was standard. I'll give him a 6. He did nothing like, wow, that was good, or he didn't impact the game like David Moyes would have liked him to. I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, that's fair. I have to agree. Yarmolenko, man, wins the penalty, or he's there. He earns the penalty basically. He does nothing else. I don't know. Yes, he wins the penalty, but he was just putting the ball into the box, and that's the basic. Really, put a ball into the box. He didn't really affect what happened. If it wasn't down to him that we won the penalty. Of course, I suppose it was because he was the one who put the ball into the box, but it was out of his hands whether Luke Shaw put his hand up or not. And it stopped there. In terms of everything else, didn't impact the game. David Moyes was shouting at him. I don't know why. David Moyes knows what you're going to get with Andrei Yarmolenko. He's going to jog around, do a few step overs, and not give a toss. I could give anything from a 2 to a 5. But I'll give him a 4. I'll give him a 5. I think he came on. He earned the penalty, or he got us the penalty. I agree. He's poor. I can't not agree with that. Yeah, you just know what you're going to get, and that's the problem. We know what we're going to get. The fans know what we're going to get, but why is it that our manager and our board don't know what we're going to get with him? It's just mad.
David Moyes sees him every day. We only see him once a fortnight because they don't come on every game.
Yeah. And that's the mad thing about it. Really, it really is. But to end it on this one with Noble, give us your thoughts on him, mate. He obviously comes on and misses the penalty.
Listen, he touched the ball once. I can't give him a rating. He touched that ball once with his foot, and it was not a very good penalty kick, to be honest with you. I don't know how to rate somebody that came on and kicked the ball kick the football once, to be honest with you. Some people will say, well, he missed the penalty. He had one job. He didn't do it, so it's a 0. I don't know. I don't know what you rate him, to be honest with you. He shouldn't have come on in the first place. That is the bottom line. Declan Rice should have taken the penalty. And the one thing that worries me the most, I said it on my review on West Ham Unofficial, what's that now tell Declan Rice?
No trust.
David Moyes specifically brought Mark Noble on to take a penalty where Declan Rice had the ball in his hand and put the ball on the spot himself and was ready to take the penalty. And he goes in and a substitution's made, especially for that. It tells, like I said, it tells Declan Rice he's got no trust. And I wouldn't blame Declan Rice to sit back on a sofa tonight and think, well, if he ain't got any trust, what's the point of me being here?
Yeah, I have to agree. I'll give Noble a rating because I have to. I thought the penalty was poor. It was like good eye for De Gea. I think it's very predictable where he was going and all. I'll give Noble a 2. And that's being like he should the penalty. If it was a really good penalty and he saved it, then I can understand it. But it's good eye, it's good pace, it's perfect for him to save basically. So I'll give him that. But I've got 2 more to do, Jake, and then we are done, matey. All right, and let's rate this man, the ref.
I've just seen on Twitter a lot of people putting clips on of the last Zuma challenge on Ronaldo. Everybody's been saying it's a penalty. I said it was a penalty until I've just seen Ronaldo with his right foot first kicks the floor and was already going down before Zuma was anywhere near making contact with him. Now that's a cheat. That's what it is. It's a cheat. I don't care if he's the best player in the world, whatever. If he's the best player in the Premier League, I'll go back to it. Manuel Lanzini had a 3-match ban for diving at Stoke away about 4 years ago. Cristiano dived about 4 times a day, didn't even get a booking. That's gone out the game. Paul Pogba dived a few times a day, not even a card. I just don't get it. It's Man United. Yes, to be fair, Martin Atkinson, he could have gave at least 3 penalties because Cristiano flopped himself to the floor, but he didn't. We should have had a penalty. That challenge on Soucek in the box. I don't see how that's not a penalty. To be honest with you, if you've got to give him a rating, I'll give him a 5.
I've got to agree. I think Ronaldo should have been booked. I thought he was disgraceful today. Really was. He's one of the greatest players to ever grace the game, but I'll tell you what, he let himself down today massively. Like he'd fallen over every 5 seconds. I think the first one he's looking for it. The second one's definitely not a penalty. And the third one, he's kicked the floor, gone over as Zuma's about to go in. So I agree with that. He gave us a penalty, which was rightfully so. The Soucek one is debatable because it's like he gave a foul the other way. I couldn't work that one out. What else did he do? There was a couple of fouls where he should have booked a few players. Like Luke Shaw, one of them, I remember, like went straight through Benny, and basically, he wasn't. How he didn't get booked, I don't know, but. I have to agree. I'm going to say 5-0. I think he was okay. Right, for as refs go, he was okay. So we move on to this man, Mr. Moyes.
He got his starting lineup right, I think. Areola's debatable. Maybe should have started Areola in goal, but even if that would have been any difference, I don't think he could have done any better than Lucas Fabianski in goal personally. In terms of the substitutions, he needs to learn from today, and he needs to act faster. We could all see on the 70th minute, Declan Rice was shot. Alex Crowell needed to come on. The difference in that last 15 to 20 minutes was the fact that Manchester United had 2 very good players with fresh legs on. We brought on Andrei Yarmolenko, who job round the centre circle and then job back again, and then job round the centre circle and job back again. And if we would have just brought on a bit of pace in Ryan Fredericks, a bit of energy with Alex Crowell in the midfield, I think we would have found that last 15 minutes a lot easier. And as for the penalty decision to bring Noble on, it's just the wrong decision. As simple as that. And I didn't like his post-match press conference, to be honest with you. I didn't like it. The way he stood there and said, "It's my decision," and just smirked slightly and went, "It's my decision." And I went off the facts. He's our best penalty taker. I didn't really like that, to be honest with you. But to give him a rating, starting lineup was right. Should have made subs earlier, and got that wrong. In between a 5 and a 6, I'll give him a 5.
This is a tough one. This is because
right.
he has been good for us, but let me get into it with this one. I am going to say a 5, due to the simple fact of the matter is that is basically he should have. Why he's brought Noble on, I don't know. Right, when he's got people there who he should trust. That's the first thing, right, etc. I think Vlasic's been on the pitch for so long was wrong. What's Crowell got to do to get in his team? Right, Alex Crowell is an engine, right, and he cannot get on the pitch like Areola for some strange reason, right, which makes no sense. I think he picked the right lineup. I think he went positive instead of negative, which I think a lot of fans would have went, "Oh, I don't know about that," going negative against Man United. And let's be honest, if we would at 86 minutes at 1-1, everything was going sweet. We would have walked out of the LS with a draw. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, he's let us down today without Noble coming on. He really has, because like Noble shouldn't have been nowhere near on that pitch. Should just give it to Rice and gone, yeah, let's go. So yeah, he gets a 5 from me, I'm afraid, and that's being generous yet again, because I just feel like what he done wasn't good. But yeah, any final thoughts, Jake, before we go?
Disappointing in the end. It's, to be fair, I don't really care about the Carabao Cup game. I hope no first teamers even make the trip up there. I hope they're given a rest, and we got to go back bigger and better. And it's crucial, big, massive game against Leeds next week. It's a must-win.
Yeah, I've got to admit, he's got to improve on this now. He has to, at the end of the day, because next week Leeds away, tough. And we've got to go there, and we have to get something out of that game. Because if we don't, I can see us like the momentum starting to slip. I think Wednesday, as long as we don't get hammered Wednesday, like hammered as in like 4 or 5-0 or something, then whatever happens up in Old Trafford on Wednesday, I don't think we mind. But the Saturday game at Leeds away is the one where we need to be on it, because at the end of the day, that's a big game. And then the following week after that, I believe we have Rapid Vienna in the in Europa. So yeah, final thoughts from me. Gutted, disheartened, but I'm not disheartened. That's one thing I will say. I'm gutted about it. There's a few positives, but like everything, you have to like move on sharply. I want to thank Jake for coming on tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, sir. I know I've kept you longer than I should have done, but I'm sorry, Rick. And yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. That's goodbye from me. That's goodbye from him.
Thank you very much. This that way. It's all reversed. It's all reversed.
It's all reversed. If you like what I do, like the video. If you like what I do, subscribe. It all goes a long way. And yeah, please do subscribe. I'll be back again soon with this man at some point. And yeah, take care. Bye.